The name of our company is United Blood Services. What we do in this department is we call all previous blood donors, and basically we just try and get them to donate blood once again. We're not doing cold calling, not selling credit cards. We're just trying to give the gift of life to people. Every time someone donates blood, basically that blood could be split into three components: platelets, plasma, and red cells. So basically those three components could be given to actual three patients in the hospital. So every time we make one call, we get a blood donor to schedule an appointment. They're basically helping save 3 lives each time. Donating blood is important. Like I said, we're not doing collections, we're not selling credit cards. It's probably one of the easiest sales you could do. Well, basically just to let you know kind of how I started here. It's my freshman year of college. I've actually been here 8 years now, but it was my freshman year of college. I was just looking through the newspaper, needed a summer job, and looking for call center jobs. And I was going through all of them. I saw collections, saw a lot of stuff, but then I saw the United Blood Services logo, the little blood drop, and you know what? Let me make some money, maybe I could do it for a good cause. So I didn't really think about it at the time, but when I actually got here, I did probably about 6 months on the phones myself. You just realize the good that you're doing for the community, and it's just not, you're not trying to sell something, you are trying to give the gift of life, like I said earlier. So you kind of get stuck here. A lot of my supervisory staff, they've all started off on the phones. So basically a lot of my supervisory staff have all been here the past 5 years. So it's a good company, a good place to get promoted within, whether it be here or anywhere else in Scottsdale or other United Blood Services. We're looking for a person who's dedicated, someone who takes their job serious, someone who can fit along with any environment. We have a lot of young staff, a lot of older staff. We just want someone who's a good mixer, someone who could get along with all supervisory staff. Like I said, all our supervisors kind of came through the ranks here, so they're not asking for anything they wouldn't expect of themselves. So we're just looking for someone who wants to do their job and looking to get a little cash on the side. So. It's not very stressful at all. We play games, we try and have a good atmosphere. Supervisor is always joking around. Like I said, we're only asking for about 150 calls a night, so if you break that out in a 4-hour span, just maybe about 30 calls basically, so 35 calls. So we're not looking for much. Donating blood is very important. At any given time, about 60% of the population is eligible to donate blood, but only 5% of that 60% actually do donate blood. So basically all we're looking for is everyone who is eligible actually donated blood. We would never actually have a blood shortage in the state of Arizona. So all we're looking for is get a few more people to actually donate blood, or even that 5% who do donate blood, if they could maybe donate one more time, we would never have a blood shortage. In the past couple months, we've recently hired a training specialist, and that's been a big key to our department. It used to be that the supervisors would have to do the training, so sometimes it became a little rushed. But ever since we've hired this training specialist, we give at least 1 full week to classroom training of how to be better at customer service and how to make phone calls. And then after that first week, the recruiters are actually on the floor, but that whole second week, the training specialist is sitting right next to them, doing side-by-side coaching. So they basically got 2 full weeks of training on how to become more professional on the phones. We have a wide range of employees who work here. We have younger high school students, we have college students, we have people who are retired, and we also have people who are just looking for a second job. There's plenty of opportunities here. Myself, many of the supervisors, we all started off as a part-time job as a telerecruiter, and we've became full-time as assistant supervisors, managers. We also give the opportunity for AM or PM shifts. The AM shift is from 9 to 1, and the PM shift is from 4:30 to 9. And we also give opportunity to give full 8-hour days as well. We know stuff happens in personal life, so as long as the person's been here for maybe a month, 2 months or so, we're more than willing to work out with different schedules if they need to get switched to AM, get switched to PM, or need to pick up more hours. So we're very flexible.
And the staff's very supportive.
The supervisory staff is very supportive. Not only do they have that training specialist who's helping them out their first couple weeks, but as soon as they get signed to supervisor staff, they have a supervisor and an assistant supervisor who are always doing side-by-side coaching, giving out little incentives when we play games, stuff like that. So it's a very good environment. The biggest reason why I love coming to work, besides the fact that we are doing really good for the community, my biggest thing is I love coming to work because the supervisory staff that I have, I love interacting with them on a day-to-day basis. I love just, every once in a while we just go out to lunch, we have a good time. But the day-to-day aspect of this job is it's not so strenuous when you're having a good time basically the whole day. So. our best employees, they usually could, out of 150 calls, they can make about 20 appointments a day. So especially when we're offering incentives on a nightly basis, monthly basis. We also we have a salary bonus structure. So if recruiters are hitting at a certain level, they can make probably another extra couple $100 of cash sometimes. A lot of our better recruiters have gone on to become assistant supervisors, and also a lot of people have gone on to corporate United Blood Services. A typical phone call, if it's an employment call, is basically about 3 to 5 minutes. But any given phone call, we're looking for probably about a minute or two. The biggest thing here is, I've worked in a couple call centers before, we're not doing the hard sell, we're not doing cold calling. Everyone we've contacted has donated blood in the past, they know the need. So basically you might get the occasional upside donor, but it's not like any other call center I've ever worked in. So this department right here is responsible for providing 95% of the blood to the hospitals in Arizona. I mean, without this department making phone calls, I mean, there would not be enough blood in the hospitals. I mean, I think that's the biggest fact right there. The staff here is very important. It's kind of weird to say. I mean, we're not firefighters, we're not policemen, but it's a very simple job. Just making a phone call and just trying to set an appointment to get someone to donate blood again. But when that donor actually donates blood, the person on the telephone's responsible for saving 3 lives on every single appointment. So basically, I mean, we call them telerecruiters, but basically my staff is basically heroes.